You're listening to Those Dram Yinzers with your hosts, John and Zach.
Hey everyone, I'm John.
And I'm Matt.
And welcome to the reveal episode of days 12 through, what did we go up to? 16.
Mm-hmm. Or as I like to call it, the Whiskey Embarrassment Hour, where we just get our guesses completely demolished by whatever actually is in these bottles.
Yep.
It shouldn't be an hour long, but we can't change. It's too late to change the name.
I hope it's only 10 minutes.
It's too late to change. I already did a bunch of branding for the Whiskey Embarrassment Hour.
You already made shirts and everything?
I made their shirts.
Jeez, where'd you come up with that kind of moolah?
You can make a shirt about anything.
Anyway, all right. So I'm going to jump right into it. No reason to fluff about. So number 12, on the nose, I got honey and butterscotch with some vanilla and spice and kind of creamy on the palate with a dry little hug. I said it tasted familiar. That was the one I said, remember, I went back and smelled it again. And I was like, this reminds me of Wiggles Barrel Room. I don't know why, but it did.
Yeah.
I said it was bourbon. I put it at 100 proof, and I gave it a Haas.
Mm-hmm. I said, well, close to what you were saying. I said it had a sweet vanilla. It had a sweet nose, and it tasted like vanilla and had a teeny bit of spice. Oh, this was the one where I was like, this was like dry or like bland, but not in like a rude way.
Right, yeah.
Teensy hug. Otherwise an inoffensive whiskey.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was the word you used.
Downtown, 95 proof, probably a bourbon.
Yeah, this was the one you was like, either like you're really weird or really spicy, and this was right in the middle.
Yeah.
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 So number 12 was Dry Fly Straight Triticale. Triticale?
It could be a location.
Probably.
I don't know.
Whiskey. Aged 3 years. Single grain developed in Scotland. Oh, so it's that word is and the price is, this is why I kept this tab up, 40.
Okay.
MSRP. It's the particular grain that was used.
Nice.
Where is this at?
Like, where's the business?
Yeah.
Never mind.
Spokane, Washington. What were you? Sorry, I was seeing if it was.
It said up in the about. It said located in the heart of downtown Spokane.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I was trying to get down to they always have his address at the bottom of those websites. Yeah, so Washington. So yeah.
But then what else did it say about the whiskey? We got 3 years.
3-year-old. I said it was 90 proof, so I was off on the proof a little bit.
95. Oh, I'm over. Oh well.
The whiskey is a beautiful blend of rye, peppery boldness, and the subtle refreshment of wheat. Try it in your next old fashioned.
Yeah.
You would not be disappointed.
I feel like that's one. It may have been
this logo looks familiar.
Really. Mm-hmm. It looks like for those who can't see or didn't look it up, it looks like a fly fishing thing. Yeah. Yeah. For like a straight whiskey like that, I mean, old fashioned be good. If you're trying to like do a twist on an old fashioned, it'd be good because it's like it tasted like a very over the plate, type of whiskey.
All right. Well, yeah, I'd stick with the Haas. It's not a bourbon, but
not a bourbon, so
that's because it's this type. I would have bet money on myself never actually guessing what
critical grain.
Critical grain, yeah. Oh, I'm glad I have you here to read words.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, number 13. I said was peaty, smoky. I said like a s'mores campfire. The peat was heavier on the palate with some brown sugar and vanilla. The peat kind of stuck and it had a little hug. I said 92 proof. I gave it a Haas because I thought it was a really good one. But I also wasn't sure. I said it was a Scotch, but I wasn't sure where. I didn't really get a lot of like Speyside.
Yeah.
Like characteristics of it. So I wasn't really sure where the region, but I definitely thought it was a Scotch. So what did you have?
I'd put light breezy nose, a peaty hug, and then just like a slight scotchy taste. If I remember correctly, not too peaty on the taste. Or no, a little bit peaty on the taste. Duh. But this was the one where I was like, oh, maybe this is like, a Japanese or at the very least something not actually from like a Scotland Scotch, like you're talking about. And then I said a Haas, just because this was the only thing close to a Scotch on the 5 that we did the other time. So I was like, well, I like that. 89 proof. I said intermediate Scotch.
Yeah, that was, yep. So we were both right on a Scotch. And see, I was looking for the Speyside. So it was a Speyside. I didn't think it was, but I felt like it was leaning that way. But the Benriach. Benriach.
That's what I'm gonna guess.
Sure. I always butcher it. Our Scotch fans hate me. Their smoke seasons.
Let me try this one. Benriach.
Probably. Smoke seasons. Speyside. No, sorry. Speyside single malt Scotch whiskey.
So a smoked whiskey then? Nice.
Smoky whiskey. Well, yeah, smoke season. Smoky whiskeys are not traditionally associated with Speyside. Yep.
Okay. I mean, that explains the like really weird kind of taste on that one.
So on their site, the nose, the caramel smoke, oak spice, citrus peel. Like caramel smoke, that kind of makes sense. Like I said, there was that kind of like almost like a toasted marshmallow-ish.
Yeah.
Smoked dark vanilla on the taste, seared apple, cinnamon with lingering charred orange into a sweet and smoky finish. Smoke level intense. I don't think I'd call that intense on a smoke level, but
I don't know enough about smoking whiskeys,
we'll let them think that. Yeah, and 52.8.
That's the proof?
105.6 proof.
89, I said.
I said 92, so not bad.
Technically,
not bad.
You win.
I like when I feel like it's something under 100 and it's something over, because I like that because it doesn't, now
it says 1898 on there, on the tube of the whiskey.
Yeah.
What does that mean? It's just like how they would have done it, like they're replicating it, or it's that old. I don't imagine
they might be that old, like
the company,
the distillery. Yeah.
I'm gonna check this one out.
Founded in 1898.
There you go.
So yeah,
but I was excited to find out what that one was.
And Total Wine puts this at $82.99.
I will find out. I will look that one up in a couple years.
Yeah, I'm assuming none of these are on PA.
Oh, then
they have the 12-year-old.
Yeah,
the Smoky 12 for $67.
I'd be fine with that.
So what was the smoke season? Oh, this is double cask matured.
Here we go.
The 12 says it's
similar. So it's like a whole series of smoky.
Yeah. This is the malting season, the Smoky 10, the Smoky 12. Okay.
That's cool, though.
That is neat. Yeah.
Now, wait, does it say where they're from?
Speyside. Region of Scotland.
Okay.
It's a region of Scotland.
Right. Well, don't be too mad at me for thinking it was anywhere but Scotland.
Right. Alrighty. Well, hey, we got the type right on that one. A Haas, I like it.
Yeah.
The price, I'd be curious to see how this measures up to the 12 that is available in Fine Wine, because the 12 is a little less in price, but 82 is a little high, a little up there.
Yeah.
I'd keep it at a Haas, especially if you know someone that has access to this, or even just, see if you can get that 12. I'd love to be able to do a comparison of this one and the 12.
Yeah.
Aaron. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Nudge, nudge. That's kind of a house for me. I mean, it says it right in the name. It does taste very seasonal. Like, it would have that dead of winter.
14.
Moving on.
I said had vanilla, oak, and sweetness on the nose. This was the one I got that weird like creme brulee.
Yeah.
I said the pepper and the proof stuck to the roof of my mouth. I said it was a delayed hug. I gave it a downtown slash because I wanted to know a little bit more about it.
Yeah.
100 proof, I guess bourbon. I already know I'm switching this. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I said I just put down that it was much sweeter than the prior two.
Well, yeah.
Apple caramel notes, light hug, and then the only other note I have here is that it was very elusive, and I quote could not get a handle on this one.
You ready?
Well, yeah, but wait.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's a downtown because I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
90 proof and also a bourbon.
Okay.
Go ahead. How wrong? Come on.
Jack Daniels bonded Tennessee whiskey. Since they're bottled in bond.
It's got added depth and character. So that was with
Added
that,
depth and character.
all
So it's
that
100 proof.
All that depth and character was really throwing
So
me off.
I hit it on the money with the 100 proof. There is debate whether or not Jack Daniels is bourbon. That's the big thing, right?
I was unaware of this.
The way I understand it is that Tennessee, the way I see it, this is how I believe. Tennessee whiskey and bourbon are different.
Yeah.
And Tennessee whiskey is a subset of bourbon.
Okay.
To me.
Yeah.
People don't put it as a subset of bourbon because the process that they use. But
yes.
I'm going to say I was right. And I'm already moving this to Haas. I have said this before. Outside of their standard Old Number 7, I love their other series. Not the flavored ones. I don't count those.
I like the flavor.
I know you like the flavor. But like any of their other series and stuff, like they're really like doing some like everyone just puts them off because Old Number 7. Yeah. And a lot of people have a lot of negative memories when it comes to drinking that one.
That is probably fair.
But when we went down and visited him like years ago with Julie. Yeah. And I fell in love with the stuff we tried on their tour and have been a big fan of theirs. So I'm already moving this. This is a Haas.
Can I hear more about this whiskey? Because I don't really know what added depth and character means.
It's just it's what does it say? Asian select barrels for added depth and character. I think that's more just like a
branding thing.
Yeah. Breaking Bourbon has it at 30, which I think is right. Let's look up. Yeah, Fine Wine Good Spirits has it at 37. Still, Haas. Yeah, I love it. I would have their whole like
caramel, rich oak, and spice. Pleasantly lingering. I mean, I liked it. I didn't know knowing what it is, and knowing that it's only $37. I'd maybe bump it up to a house.
A what?
You heard me.
No, I didn't.
A house?
No, I'm sorry. I'm not understanding. Haas.
That's what I said.
All right. So, moving right along. Number 14.
Number 15.
That was number 14. We are on to number 15. Get your stuff right, John. Anyway.
I didn't even drink yet.
I know. 15, I said, was earthy with a grassy, grainy leather note. Right? I said the proof and the spice was, again, sticking to like the roof of my mouth. I said I didn't really get a crazy hug. Yeah. I guess this was Irish, just based off of the overall profile I got from it. I said 85 proof, and I gave it a down 10.
I said this one was also very light. Oh, I wrote down ghost nose because I wasn't getting a lot of, let's say, recognizable notes on the nose. This one was, I thought the taste was earthy, sturdy, and it had a sticky hug. That I will say this one's maybe the most descriptive of the ones I have. Because then I also I gave it a downtown, 85 proof, and I put rye. And then this was of the ones we tried last time. I said this was maybe some sort of finished rye or something. Let us find out. Roll the clip, John. No, we don't have a clip. Oh my God.
Bushmills Prohibition Recipe Irish Whiskey Prohibition Blend made for why am I blanking? Peaky Blinders.
Says it right there.
Yeah.
What's funny is Tomas has this at home.
I just had this at the house the other night.
You did?
Yeah, when we were there for Nun's birthday, we had this, and I was like very shocked by this. Typically, with at least the Irish whiskeys that I have had, haven't had a lot of like crazy flavor notes to it. Yeah, way more like easy drinker than anything. This one had a ton of like rye spice, pepper spice, which I think that was like that grassy, grainy kind of note. And I enjoyed this. Now, puts it Total Wine puts it at 30.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the non-chilled filtered 92 proof bourbon barrel aged?
What proof did you guess?
85.
I also said 85. Cowards.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess Finnish rye, and it's not either of those, is it?
No, it's just a Prohibition blend,
which would make it taste a particular way.
Yeah, so I haven't watched the show yet. I want to watch it.
Hey, it's good.
Yeah, I know. But there's clips. I don't even think it even shows you. I think there's even clips. The main character drinks Bushmills whiskey. That's when he's drinking whiskey. There's different clips, and I'm looking at one. It's like an old, like Bushmills like label and stuff. So, I thought it was.
I'll be honest, it's very close to like a celebrity whiskey.
Oh, 1,000%, 1,000%. But I enjoyed it, and the fact that it is very different compared to any Irish whiskeys, I would bump this up to a Haas, especially with it only being $30. It is not on Fine Wine and Spirits. Tomas orders it from another not Total Wine, but a different distributor. Yeah. So you do have to order it to come in, but
I'd have to taste it again to say whether or not I wanted it in my Haas, realistically my apartment kitchen. It's like weird enough, and now when they say Prohibition era, do you think that's a branding thing, or no? They do make it.
No, it's the Prohibition blend, so that it's probably they probably got recipe, a hold of. But excuse me, they probably got a hold of like whatever recipe they were making at that time frame
in that era.
Yeah. All right.
That was a fun one.
That was fun. 16. I have had this before.
How close were you? Not close.
Kinda. So I said peanuts and oak on the nose with a nutty, creamy, dried fruit palate. Light and crisp with a later hug. I give it a Haas. I said 105. I said it was a bourbon or it was like a lighter end rye, like a barely legal rye kind of thing.
I said also nutty, woodsy nose, creamy on the tongue, and then the only other word I have down here is complex, which is, if you want to sound smart, go ahead and throw on complex if you want. I said a Haas, 102 proof, and I had guessed a rye.
We drank St. Augustine's Distillery, Florida Straight Bourbon Whiskey.
Idiot.
88 proof.
Dummy. Wow.
What?
88?
88 proof. Yeah.
Silly.
Total Wine puts it at 65. Zach enjoys this, which I would have been hilarious to see if he would have picked this out.
Yeah.
Because he does like their stuff.
Toffee, cinnamon, marshmallow, leather. I'm reading off the website.
Yeah, sorry.
They put complex on there. I should get points for that.
You do get points for that.
It says taste full body, deep, and complex. And you know what? They were right, and so was I. Sweet, smooth, and creamy. I mean, I didn't get the rye part right at all, but I would give myself half points for this. Great in an old fashioned. I can't remember if this was one of the ones that I said would have been good.
You did a couple of them. You
Maybe.
said that, yeah.
I'll just say it for everyone then. I also said a Haas too, as the website says, a classic Florida bourbon. Honestly, whatever that means.
Yeah, I don't remember how much Zach paid for this when he bought it. I'm wary to keep it at a Haas. I may bump back down to a downtown. Only for, again, I'm going off of, I could probably look up MSRP, but like.
Yeah, the price.
Yeah, let's look and see. Oh, the price including Florida tax was, this is a review from another site. This was 2 years ago though, but $53.49. So it's probably definitely gone up. I think I would bump this down to a downtown. Right. So that was 12 through 16.
We have another branding issue, which is I named my list Matt's perfect expert guesses, and it would seem that I was incorrect on at least 2 counts there.
Couple counts.
Yeah. Well, perfect expert. That's 2 right there. No. That was an interesting run though. I'm gonna look up at least 2 of those.
Yeah, that was fun.
Nice.
Thank you again.
Hey man, you're welcome.
All right, so
and I've actually had my fill, so I don't have to be on like the next. Like, there's no reason for me to be on like the next
5
episode or review.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But if you want, I mean, I'll do it. Yeah. Okay. Just let you.
Free whiskey.
Free whiskey. Free dinner.
Free dinner. Yeah, free dinner. I usually buy you dinner. All right, gang. We will see you next time.